guys, Cup of Soup TCG here, back again with a brand new video, and today, for you guys, I will be presenting my Rika deck profile post Rise of the Duelist for the August 2020 format. Really fun deck, the most underrated deck out of Secret Slayers, but surprisingly has a lot of potential. It's a really nice fun control deck as well. That's also pretty cheap. Now before we get into this video guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below for what you'd like to see next. I've also got heaps more videos coming out, one for Gaia, one for Ancient Warriors, and a couple other things I've run in the works. But anyway, let's get right into the deck profile. So, starting off, we're playing triple Rika Petal. Now, what Rika Petal does is, it is our Stratos for the deck, and is also an Armageddon Knight. So during our main phase, we can take a Rika monster from our deck, except Rika Petal, either add it to our hand or send to the grave. So this allows us to set up for some plays, and also during our opponent's end phase, if we only control plants or have no monsters, we can summon Rika Petal back out. So this helps for building a board turn 3 to go for game, or helps for any recovery plays if our board is broken. Then we're playing triple Mudan. So Mudan can be special summoned by tributing a plant, and if this card is normal or special summoned by the effect of a plant monster, we can add one Rika spell or trap from our deck to our hand. So this searches out the various spell and traps that we might need, toolboxes into negates or revival or searches, which is really crucial and why we play it at 3. We also play 2 Snowdrop. Now some people might be asking, why don't you play this card at 3? Simply because Snowdrop in multiple bricks. Snowdrop is also highly searchable within the deck, and we can only, and if you see multiples, one of the Snowdrops is dead, because Snowdrop can only special summon a plant besides itself with its effect. However, this card is still run at 2 because it is nice to see in our opening, and as well facilitates the ability for us to make the boss monster of the deck being Teardrop. We're also playing 2 Primula. Primula is pretty nice for combo extension, because when a plant monster is tributed, we can special summon this card from our hand, target up to 2 plants as well, as a secondary effect, and increase their levels by 2, which helps for some level fixing for rank for Exceed monster plays. We're also playing 1 Erica, 1 Hellebore, and 1 Cyclamen. These are all Glamour targets. Erica is also a really good target to send off Petal, because if we have all the other monsters we need in our hand, we can send Erica to the grave, tribute the Petal for say a Mudan, Erica can summon itself out, and then we have 2 monsters to create a level 6, or we have a target for say Rika Sheet, whatever it might be, and so it's a really nice additional body. Hellebore is primarily a Glamour target, but is also a recurable resource because we contribute a plant on the field to special summon Hellebore in the grave. And Cyclamen, we contribute it from our hand or face up on the field to target up to 2 plants that we control and reduce the levels by 2. So it's really nice as well to get certain levels right for certain exceeds. Next, we're also playing triple Lonefire and triple Evil Thorn. Now Evil Thorn is a card that I've sort of been going back and forth on. I've played Imperm, I've played Evil Thorn. It really just depends on what you want. I realize that I personally really like Evil Thorn in combination with Primula, or just by itself and any kind of extender, because Evil Thorn helps facilitate a lot of combos that would otherwise be impossible to do, and helps with some awkward hands if we don't open Petal but we open Evil Thorn. So then we're still say we open Evil Thorn and a Snowdrop, we're still able to perform some kind of play at least. And Lonefire, obviously because we're playing a plant deck, tutors into all of our plants, there's no reason not to play it at 3. We're also playing 3 Hand Traps, 3 Ash, and 3 Ogre. If you want to play more, feel free to cut Evil Thorn or any other cards you see in this list. I'll point them out as I go along. I feel these hand traps are fine. Obviously, there is the argument to play Gammas in the deck. Once again, you can cut a couple cards for Gammas. However, I've been happy with these cards in my testing. Then onto the spells. 3 Glamour, which is the Rhoda for the deck. Adds a Rika monster from our deck to our hand. However, if we also tribute a plant monster when we activate this card, we can add a Rika monster, and then add a plant monster with the same original level as that Rika monster, but with a different name. So this gets this can get out Hellebore, Cyclamen, Erica, whatever we really want, and just sort of like, you know, facilitates more plays by having, you know, those additional resources in our hand. We're also playing the one of Rika Flurries. Flurries is really nice as that one of, because whenever a Rika monster is tributed, we can make our opponent tribute a monster, so it's an additional interruption. For example, all of our traps, we can tribute our Rika monsters for those. So if we activate a trap, tribute a Rika monster, this will cause our opponent to tribute a monster as well. We're also playing 3 Call by the Grave to just stop hand traps. Really nothing much to say about that. Petal is a big choke point along with Lone Fire, so we want to do anything we can to stop that. 2 Cosmic Cyclone, just to out any back row, Mystic Mine, whatever it might be. And a 1-for-1 because this accesses Petal, which is arguably the best card in the deck, the card that we always want to see, so it makes sense to play 1-for-1. We're also playing, for the traps, 1 Tranquility. This is just Monster Reborn in a sense, and if we tribute a plant, we can actually special summon 2 monsters, 1 Rika and 1 normal plant. We're also playing 2 Sheet, so we can target a monster our opponent controls and it can't activate its effects. So this doesn't negate stuff that happens on summon, but it does negate effects like, for example, Petal, which you need to manually activate. Also, if we tribute a plant monster, we can take control of that monster. And if we do, it becomes a plant, which I personally find to be really good in combination with Polynosis. So Polynosis says that when if a monster will be normal summoned or special summoned, or if a spell trap is activated, we can tribute a plant monster to negate summoner activation, and if we do, destroy that card. So, hypothetically speaking, if we have a Rika monster, Sheet, and Polynosis, we can, and any other card, let's say Flurries, for instance. Yeah, let's say Flurries for this instance. If we had all these cards, we could tribute a Rika monster. This will cause our opponent. We could tribute a Rika monster for Sheet, take their monster, and then force them to tribute another monster, and then we have Polynosis as well for a negate. So we've potentially removed 3 monsters on our opponent's board, which is really, really strong for the deck. Now, onto the extra deck. We're playing 2 of each of the Rika monsters, so 2 Strena, 2 Teardrop, 2 Teardrop, and 2 Kanazashi. So I'll quickly go through what each one of these does. What Strena does, which is the card that came out of Rise of the Duelist, we can detach a material from this card, target a plant monster, or 1 Rika card in our grave, add it to our hand, so it's a nice form of recursion. And if this card with Exceed material is tributed, we can special summon 1 rank 5 or higher Exceed monster from our extra deck or grave, then attach this card to it as material. So it's a nice floating effect to get into some bigger monsters like Teardrop, like Kanazashi, or some of the other cards I play in the extra deck. Teardrop is a quick effect tribute when it has a plant, and it gains 200 attack each time a plant is tributed. And Kanazashi, if a monster is tributed, except during the damage step, you can detach a material, then target a plant monster near the grave, special summon it, but negate its effects, also becomes a plant, so this allows for Polynosis to be live. We can take something from our opponent's grave and treat it as a plant for Polynosis, and if a plant monster we control will be destroyed by card effect, we can tribute a plant from our hand or field instead. So it's also got like a mini Dingirsu kind of effect. Now, onto some other extra deck monsters that we play. We're playing 1 Princess Pride, just as a nice rank 1 sort of play. And the effect is a bonus as well, if we happen to get it. 1 Aurea and 1 Elsa as our targets with Strena. Obviously, we can also hard make Elsa if we want to. These are just really slow targets as just forms of, putting a card on the top of the deck or bouncing cards back to the hand. Really nice removal that allow us to go for game. And then for the last rank 8, we're playing 1 Dingirsu. Really easy to make because we do have a lot of rank 8 ways to we have a lot of ways to make a rank 8 within the deck. So really nice way to either have protection on board or to out monsters. We're also playing 1 Anima. This is nice for going second with Petal. We do have to sacrifice Petal's effect, or it actually works with Evil Thorn really well. Just being able to just get rid of monsters is really, really nice. Play 1 Jasmine. This combos really well with Evil Thorn plus Primula, because Evil Thorn would give the materials to make Jasmine, and The Tributing of Evilthorn will trigger Primula to summon, and then Jasmine has a target that we contribute to toolbox into any plant that we need. We're also playing Phoenix and Unicorn just for generic removal, really solid cards to have around, and Boros Sword Dragon to help facilitate OTKs. Anyway guys, this has been my Rika deck profile. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe once again. And I sure hope I see you guys in the next one. Peace.